Hey, what up? It's Tampa Brad, back at you with law number of the 48 Laws of Power. Damn, we're getting close, like 16 away from the 48th law. The 32nd law is control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Now, what this law is about is it's about framing. So, what framing is it's setting the stage for how something is going to play out. Most people don't realize that in any interaction, there's one person that's setting the frame for the other person and for the interaction as a whole. So whatever person is setting the frame, the other person is necessarily following along. So if you take the mindset that you are going to manage the frame that you're in and choose whose frames you're going to get into and when you're going to control the frame, it's not a, this can very easily turn into a win-lose kind of thing to where I always need to control the frame, I need to be in control. That's not what it's about at all. If you're going to a teacher, like I go to seminars, I willfully give up my frame to the teacher because I trust them and I want them to impart their knowledge onto me, and that requires me going into their frame. But if you're in things like sales, negotiations, if you're an employer, if you run a business, if you do basically anything in the world at all, if you're buying things, you need to be able to frame control. You need to be able to determine the cards with which everyone else is playing. So being able to frame control allows you to set up choices that you determine, and other people can either play along or not. But if they're going to play along, they're going to do one of these two things. And most people think that if they were to do this, it would make a lot of people not like them. But in reality, what actually happens when you control the frame of the situation that you're in, people actually like you more than if you don't, because most people want reduced uncertainty and they want provided direction. So I'm going to say those again. They want you to reduce uncertainty and provide direction. My friend Sylvia and I joke that we're going to get that tattooed on our arms. We're going to have reduce uncertainty and provide direction, because it is so critical to people are so thrown to the wind out in real life. You know how when you're a kid, you just kind of assume that adults have it all together. You kind of assume that they have it figured out and they got it going on and they know what's up and they have a plan. But then when you become an adult, I'm 26, I'm about to be 27, well, it's weird to say. I'm an adult, and it's even weird for me to say it. But what I've realized is no one has any plan, no one has any idea what's going on. They're basically leaves in the wind just getting blown around. So if you learn to become the wind and to blow other people around, then you can have a great life. And it's not necessarily about manipulating people, it's never about that. But you cannot be manipulated by other people. That's an amazing thing. When you can take proactive control of your life, that's what this law is about. Law number 32, controlling the options, having others play with the cards you deal. So when the author Robert Greene is setting up this concept of controlling the options, he uses the comparison of a bull. It's like they have them choose which horn they're going to be gored by. You set up the options. You allow them to choose the lesser of two evils. And so the way this applies to sales is in the words of Grant Cardone. I recently watched the Grant Cardone 10X conference for 2020, which was amazing, by the way. Grant is a phenomenal teacher, and he's a phenomenal gatherer of resources and of amazing minds. He has some crazy guests like Kevin Hart, Donald Trump's campaign manager for 2020, Floyd Mayweather, Usher, Magic Johnson, just the craziest creme de la creme of influencers and people in our society to share their thoughts and their paths. So that was amazing. Definitely check out Grant Cardone if you've not if you've not heard of him, look him up, he's awesome. But what he says in his sales training is, instead of allowing someone's objection to get in the way of you closing the sale, because first of all, you should know that what you're going to sell to them is amazing. If you're going to sell something, you should be selling the best thing you can possibly get your hands on. You should own it and buy into it yourself. You should be the number one customer of whatever you're selling. And then if you have full buy-in and you really believe in what you're selling, you're going to be able to sell that so much harder. And you know that if someone says no, it's to their detriment. It's that if, like, let's say you're selling something for $1,000, you know that they should really be paying $1,500 or $2,000 for it. So you're giving them the deal of a lifetime, potentially 50% off on something they should be paying $2,000 for. If you're just selling it to them for $1,000, you should feel amazing about that. You should say, look, this will not last forever. Look, I understand your issues, but do you want to handle this with cash or credit? It's not a, do you want to do it or not? It's like, okay, so this is the deal. How do you want to do it? Cash or credit? The question there is not, do you want to say yes to this offer that I'm giving you? The yes is assumed. The yes is implied by the fact that you believe in it so much, there's just not even an option in your brain where they could possibly say no. And although this sounds it sounds like, well, sure, you can say that, but does it really work? Absolutely, it works. When you get to that level of conviction, to where you know that someone needs whatever it is that you're offering. So say, for example, we sell in one of our businesses, we sell video services to businesses. And so it's just business to business. We don't really make videos for weddings or parties or anything like that. We do a little bit of event stuff internally, but that's separate. But we make videos for businesses to market themselves on social media. And we are, my other business, Home Love Construction, the general contracting company that we run as well, is the biggest customer of Home Love Media, our media division. It's literally the biggest customer. So I am my own biggest customer because I believe in it so much. I'm so bought in that we've invested tens of thousands of dollars over the past 2 years in building our content library on social media because I know the value, I know what it's worth. So when I'm selling it to someone, if I'm selling them a $1,000 video package, I know that not only is it worth $2,000, it's probably worth $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000, not only based on what other people would charge, but based on the return that they're gonna get on that investment. I know that when they put that video out, they're gonna get thousands, if not tens of thousands of views. They're gonna get so much more extra reach for their business that they're going to recoup that several times over whatever they spend with us. And I know that they're gonna get such awesome service and they're gonna get strategy in how they need to use it. So it's not, bottom line, I believe in that so much I could go on and on about it for days. That's not necessarily what this is about, although it's related. So that being said, you want to control the options. So when you're dictating options to someone, for example, let's say you're doing a follow-up phone call with a customer, and you say, "Hello, Mr. Customer. This is Brad from Home Love Construction. We gave you a quote on whatever day for your bathroom remodel, and it was $13,500. I wanted to know if you had any questions further about the quote, or where we stand as far as your readiness to start the project." And so if they say, "Oh, blah blah blah, I need to talk to my wife about it, yada yada," you don't say, "Okay, well, follow up with me." You don't ever put the onus on the other person. You control the options. Again, you would say, "Okay, is March 15th at 3 p.m. a good time to follow up with you?" No? Okay, was March 15th at 4 p.m. a good time to follow up with you? No? Okay, what about March 16th at 9 a.m.? Oh, that's good? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put you down, I'll call you then, and I look forward to talking to you. You don't want to use the balls in your court method. It's just not fair to the other person. You're trying to get something from them, right? You're trying to have them invest with you. They're trying to have you become a partner in your business, something like that. They already have all this stuff going on. In everyone's brain, their time is maxed out. So you have to be empathetic to the fact that everyone thinks that they're too busy, they're overworked, and they can't afford it. Everyone thinks that about everything. So you have to overcome that, and you have to be empathetic to the fact that that's the place where everybody is coming from mentally. They're thinking, look, I really want to, like BNI, for example, it's a networking group that I'm in. Yeah, I want to be a part of it and I see the value, but man, I just don't know about the time. That's a lot of time. It's, I got to come every week, and if I don't, they kick me out. And yes, they're correct. It is a large time investment. But I know for a fact, based on the experience that I had, again, being the biggest customer of whatever it is that you're selling, I know that for our business, it has changed the face of our business. And so I won't give them the option of, do you want to do it or not? Do you not want to do it? I tell them, I would recommend doing the 2-year option if I'm, orienting someone to how to join BNI. I'd say, really you're going to want to do the 2-year option. I guess you could do the 1-year option, if you're tight on finances or whatever, but you'll save more money and you'll get more value out of the 2-year. Which do you want to do? Not do you want to join? Do you want to do 2-year or 1 year? Give options that assume the yes, because if you already have the yes assumed, that will transfer over. Real quick, I want to talk about why this is, and then we'll wrap, because I know we're getting long in the tooth here. But the reason that deciding that the other person is already going to say yes, and being the biggest customer of the product or service that you're selling or presenting to the other person, because everything is sales, we're always trying to sell. The reason you have to go first, so to speak, is because of a phenomenon in the brain, something that's unique to humans, which is called mirror neurons. So in your prefrontal cortex, you have what are called these mirror neurons. And the sole purpose of these neurons is to determine how other people are reacting to you. And so what it does is, if you're thinking about the brain of the other person, it also picks up on how you're feeling. How convinced are you that what you're saying is right? How sure are you that what you're conveying is really supposed to be powerful? If you're not sure that it's supposed to be powerful, it's, well, should I be listening to what he's saying? And no, you don't want that. You want to be very clear. You want to have it decided in your head that what you're saying is powerful. What you're saying is going to impact the other person and change their life. So when someone's mirror neurons pick up on that level of certainty, which is going to come through in multiple ways. It's going to come through in the way you speak. It's going to come through in the way you use your body. It's going to come through in the way that you either hold eye contact or do not hold eye contact and look all over the place. It's going to come through in whether you stutter and stumble on your words, or if you're, even in some situations, if your hand is shaking, if you're nervous to present an idea to someone, or to make an ask of them. If you decide, yes, this is the best choice for them, and you go first, that's a hypnosis speak, going first. You hypnotize yourself, then you can hypnotize other people. If you do that, their mirror neurons are going to pick up on the fact that you are so certain, and they're going to say, damn, there's got to be a reason he is so sure of this. I have to find out what it is. I have to at least see it. And so that's why dealing in the choices, so controlling the choices and allowing other people to play with the cards that you deal is so powerful, because it requires you to decide and to go first. And applying this is really just going to change the landscape of how you do your business. It's going to change how you interact with people. If you want to see how I interact with people, check out my Instagram. It's @TampaBrad. You're going to get a lot of value there, because I post little nuggets of these type of videos, little micro content videos that are like a minute long, and just a piece of what's in these videos. Like, for example, we might clip out the mirror neurons thing and make a little micro content video of that, and you can see what you like out of my content, and then go check it out on channels like on my YouTube or Facebook or something like that. Really great way to peruse my life as a whole, my content bank, is via my Instagram. It's @TampaBrad. So that said, again, going first, it's so powerful, and I've talked about it in a couple of videos, and I will continue to bring it up, because the core concept, there's like 7 to 10 core concepts that will make you successful in life. And in these 48 laws of power, the reason I love this book so much is because they're interwoven, and it shows you different nuances of those, whatever they are, those 7 to 10 core principles that make you successful in life, and especially in communication. It's something that a lot of people really mess up, and there's some really good content in the world, and we're getting better aware of it, but we still have so far to go. I'm very excited to have you along for the ride, and look out for more. A great way to do that is to subscribe to my channel. Down below there's a little box that says subscribe. Click that, and then hit the bell next to it. So hit the subscribe button. Again, hit the subscribe button. You're gonna get a ton of value out of other videos that I've got in the pipeline. Paul and I have done some kind of off-the-wall videos that are some unique standpoints of mine, some unique opinions that I hold that are going to be coming out soon. We've also got more 48 Laws of Power videos. We're soon going to be launching into the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Once we're done working through this book, we're going to do some really long, and we're going to do some impactful videos on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I've got a lot of fire around that book, a lot of strong feelings about it. I've gone first in applying it to my life, so I'm excited to share that with you, and you're really going to love it. So that said, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you watching. I hope this brought you a ton of value. Thanks again for your time and attention. See you very soon for law number 32. Law number 32 and 33. See you soon. Peace.